Hey, we're the Young Makers.
This is the first episode of We Make, and in this episode we're going to be talking about getting the Avid CNC, breaking the Avid CNC, and some projects we have in mind for it.
Stay tuned.
Peace out.
Alright guys, so let's talk about what happened this week, right? Kind of a big news in the shop. We've got the new Avid here. A little bit of a fun story getting it. Little rain trip, field trip.
Yeah, we drove up to Tim's and we picked up the Avid. I
So-
don't like this.
No, so obviously we're new at podcasting, right? And so let's just roll with it, right?
Okay.
Because we want to share our story and we want to talk about like our adventure, right? So for me, I had to take a day off from work, managing that on the road as well. But we got to get out of quarantine, I guess, a little bit. Although we were all prepared with our masks on to move the machine out, but
Using masks, keeping us safe.
always. Yeah. So a little bit of a field trip, which was nice because we haven't been on the road in a while.
Yeah.
So we got there. What did you guys think of Tim's shop?
It was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah. I like how he used the speakers, like the speaker part as like magnetic dishes.
Yeah. So that was near his drill press, right?
Yeah. For, like,
He
the
had this
screws.
like speaker that kept all of his like parts and stuff,
Yeah.
which was kind of fun. I don't know. I always like going into somebody else's shop and kind of seeing how they're set up, what they're
And
how they're doing things.
I always like going to people's shop. It just seemed like, because like a lot of people, they have like the backdrop in videos, but it doesn't like show the whole shop. But it's kind of cool. Like I remember like when we went to Jimmy's, it was kind of cool to like see how the whole shop was laid out, because like you see parts of their shop in the videos, but then like when you finally go there, you finally see like the whole shop. And it's sort of just a different view, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah, you said that it was set up a little bit different than you thought it would have been.
Yeah.
So
it was, like,
what do you mean, like in the sense of flow, or?
I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I didn't really know what was like I was expecting like in a shop. I don't know. Like I didn't have like a layout in mind.
I liked seeing some of his pieces that he had. Like he had that entire guitar
Yeah, it was
out
cool.
of Corian.
It was cool how he had the whole like. It was cool how he displayed some of his guitars in his shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely some cool stuff.
And that's just all
So-
the tool wall.
Well, and so the best part, right, was that he said that that Corian guitar that had did he do that on this machine or on his bigger machine? I forget. I think he said that all of that can be done on this machine,
Yeah.
which
It's just-
is like insanely
It's
powerful.
the same as the big machine, just
It's
smaller.
the same, it's the same router that we use on countertops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, right?
So it's the same router, just being told what to do by a machine.
Cool.
I wasn't there, so
No, I know you stayed and held down the shop that day, but
Held down the ship.
but he had. It was like an ancient like mural of like
It was
people. Was it Greek?
Yeah.
And it was like something that you would see like I don't know, like on like I don't know, I guess in ancient Greece, but it was so detailed, and I just couldn't like believe that
how was it made of?
we now.
Corian.
Corian. He glued
The
up
whole thing.
Corian
He
and
just-
made a guitar out of Corian, white Corian.
And what are you saying? He made a mural out of it?
And then on the bottom part of
On
the
the back.
guitar,
On the back, he like found like he found like a free STL of a Greek like carving type thing, and he put that into a spire, and he just 3D carved it.
carved it
3D carved it.
into the
Yeah.
Corian.
Oh yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was cool. I one of the neatest parts for me was that like the whole neck was like one piece. It's like he didn't hammer in frets. He like
He carved in the frets.
Oh, in a Corian?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been heavy.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to take it off the wall because I was afraid it was going to be heavy, so I let him take it off the wall.
And you held it.
No, I didn't hold it. I just
No.
kind of like
Admired
admired it.
You see the stuff.
Jinx.
You see
Wow.
the stuff I build out of it. It's incredibly malleable.
And heavy.
Yeah, no, we've seen when we've done curved desks and
That
whatever,
seems
and
pretty heavy.
compound curves, especially when you try to take a cabinet out from underneath it. it was really cool. I mean, I was psyched because I saw like that capability because I want to do that textured wall out in the showroom.
Oh, I know.
And now I like have seen for myself that we totally have the means of doing that with this Avid CNC. So, so I know that one project I want to do is actually going to happen.
Yeah, and the biggest part is with Aspire, it's gonna make everything so much easier because like you saw the thing that I made like last summer.
Yeah,
Remember that?
The little test piece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I modeled that in SketchUp and it was a pain because then I had to like bring it into like V-Carve and then I need to like, and if I wanted to go back and change something I had to go all the way back to SketchUp, but like with Aspire it just makes it so much easier to easily change things in 3D, model in 3D and 3D carve, so it's literally gonna like open the door to like
Cool.
anything we want to make in 3D, 2D, anything.
Yeah.
Now we can do it.
That's awesome. That's really cool because we've got lots of ideas.
I want to make a 3D carved hollow sign.
Yeah, that'd be great. So, so we got there and we had to like do a little bit of dismantling.
Yeah, it was kind of nice how he like helped us like take it apart because once we got it back here, it was super easy to reassemble it.
Was it, because I didn't do the lifting, I was pleased that he helped us out with that. Is it really heavy or?
It's got weight.
The website says it's like 175 pounds.
Oh, wow. Cool, because you guys got into the back of the Suburban, well, almost without a hitch, right?
Yeah.
It didn't quite fit. We were like, oh, I think it's gonna fit until we.
It looked pretty good.
All of us there and nobody measured first.
Until Tim's like stuck in between the machine and the car. We're like, oh shoot, the Z-axis is too tall. Yeah, we just had to unscrew it. Thankfully, Mom had a set of Allen keys in her center console of the car.
Not sure why or how that happened, but.
I don't know. I just remember moving it like earlier that day, and I was like,
My
yo,
car's like a grab bag.
Allen keys.
Yeah, no, that was great because that was clutch to have at the time. And it really wasn't too bad. I mean, it was only, 6 things that you had?
6 or 8 screws. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't bad at all.
And then we were able to re-secure that for the ride home and everything fit in the back of the
Yeah.
Suburban, no problem. So then we got back here and
Yeah.
we had a minor glitch, right, bro?
Yeah. So firstly, I'm gonna take.
Because I wasn't witnessing
I'm
all
gonna
of
take
that.
a little bit of credit and say the cart that I made fit perfectly for it.
It does.
And so that was kind of a relief. And then we got back to the shop and we got it on the cart. I screwed on the electronics box and I realized I should probably unscrew it because like all the cables were on the bottom. So I unscrewed it again. I put it up on the bench. I try to screw in the first proximity sensor and then like I turn it, like the prongs were like really bent on, so I tried turning it and then like I turned a little bit too much and the plug like snapped. So like as soon as like it like wasn't turning and then it just like spun, I was like, oh shoot, something is not good. And then yeah. And
So, I mean, you came to me and was like, I think I have a problem.
I think I just broke it.
So, I mean, like, you must have been freaking out, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
a little bit.
we just got this brand new partnership with Avid.
4 hours ago we got the
And
machine.
we take a 2-hour drive each way to pick it up and bring it back, and like 5 minutes in, you broke it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, what was going through your head? Like, I mean, were you freaking out? Were you like,
Yeah, a little bit.
what do we do? What were the options in your head? Like, what were you thinking about?
I wasn't really thinking about how to fix it. I was just kind of like freaking out, like, oh shit, I broke it.
Right.
And like trying to figure out what went wrong and like what actually happened.
And if Corey was gonna say, ship it right back, you're
Yeah.
done. So you wound up helping him out with it, Stu? Because I like am the wrong person to consult about anything
How
like
did you fix it?
mechanical like
Well,
that.
I looked to see if we can solder the part back on,
Yeah.
but
I snapped like, so what happened is the box, there's like the front and then like the plug is like screwed onto the front and like, so the whole board's connected to the front by like all the plugs. So there's like whatever it is, like 12 holes for all the plugs and then those just go on and there's like a little like, I don't want to say like skirt on the back side of the plugs that like catches on the front and then you screw on a nut from the front and so that like sort of sandwiches like the front plate and so the switches, all the legs were holding the thing up, and so what happened is when I broke the plug, it snapped the legs. So what happened is like the legs were too short to resolder because I snapped it off.
And I didn't want to do any damage to the board.
Well, no, and so you guys wound up just shooting over a note to Corey, right, at Avid,
Yeah.
and just telling him what happened.
Yeah.
I think he handled it really well.
Yeah.
So he's gonna send. So in the meantime, since you can't fix it, right, he's gonna send you a part or something. But
The machine runs without it.
Yeah.
oh, it
that's
runs
perfect.
without it. Okay.
It's more of a safety
Okay.
because like with the X-Carve, like basically the limit switches didn't do anything except help home. So like if the machine was, I accidentally told the machine to go too far, it would just go too far. But like the proximity sensors, what they do is like they're better. They're more like your machine where it's like if it's gonna run into it, it stops. The
Oh,
motor.
like on the BSC.
Yeah, it's more of a safety. So that was the X plus proximity sensor that broke. So like it homes to the X minus, Y minus, like 0, 0, 0.
Oh, I gotcha.
So like it would only happen if I told the router to like go too
way
far.
off.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean that's
Yeah.
Easy.
So you mean like
It's
over
always-
here?
easy. Yeah, right. But at the time,
It's
I mean,
always-
isn't that a scary thing when you break something that doesn't really belong to you yet? I mean, it's like.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I mean, and so, like, obviously there's a lesson in here, right? And that's just come clean and just,
Be open
Right?
about your mistakes. Like honestly, like everybody makes mistakes, so like there's no reason to like try and cover it up. Like
yeah. And to be honest with you, if you try to cover it up, it's probably just going to snowball into something.
yeah,
you
probably
can't-
worse.
It's how you learn.
And when you do go to return the machine eventually or pass it on to the next user,
We
like,
still need to write our names on.
you don't want to be explaining something that, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know, I would have felt bad if we didn't, but obviously we made the right decision and contacted him and it's an easy fix now, right?
Always was.
So, always was.
Have you ever broke a machine when you got it?
You probably broke a lot of things. That's why he's so good at fixing things, because he's broken a lot of things, right? I mean,
Good at
that's, huh?
Good at it.
You're good at it. Well, I mean, it's, you know,
Care to share an example? One time?
probably something with like one of the many cars you've had or something, I'm sure has gone wrong over the years. I mean, everybody breaks stuff, right? Colby, you break stuff.
Yeah.
But it's always cool, it's cool kind of figuring out how to fix it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Avid's been up and running, right?
Yeah.
And I see that you've already made a new dust shoe for it.
Yeah,
Which
it
is
took a
pretty
day of
impressive.
trying to figure out how to use it. It's just Mach 4 is like way better, but a lot different than easel. Using the X-Carve was always just V-carve straight to just running the machine. But with Mach, there's a couple technical things that
Yeah.
I just need to learn. But like after a day of figuring it out, it's super easy. Yeah. So basically, I was trying to get it up and running. I had the box on like the wrong side. So like there's the side with the drag chain, and then there's like that far side has the drag chain. I had the box on the side where Colby is, so the Z-axis motor didn't reach, and of course
Wow.
it's like a cable that like. Oh, so I called Staples. I thought it was VGA. I didn't know. So I called Staples. I was like, "Hey, is there any way I can get a VGA cord? There's like 5 prongs on the top, 4 prongs on the bottom." He's like, "That's not a VGA." I was like, he's like, "What color is it?" I'm like,
Orange, right?
He's like, "What color is it?" Like white, gray. I'm like, "It's orange." He's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." And then he's like, "Yeah, what are you trying to plug in?" I was like, "A stepper motor." He's like, "Whoa." And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna reference." And then he's like, "Yeah, that's not a VGA." I was like, okay." He's like, "It's a serial wire," and I was like,
Didn't you say you had a phone wire or
Yeah,
something in?
So what's
and then I needed another cable. I needed an Ethernet cable to try and like communicate with my computer. So I was working for like a couple hours. I was like, "Yo, do we have any Ethernet cables? It's like, yeah, it's in the drawer. So I go in the drawer, I find a cable. I'm like, yo, this looks pretty good. And so it snapped into the box in the Avid. So I was like, let's go, this is it. And then it didn't snap all the way on my computer. So I was like, that's weird. But it's probably, honestly, my computer's probably broken. So Mach 4 would not get a connection. So I go into like the help, like troubleshooting menu. It's like, have you downloaded like the Ethernet smooth stepper thing? I'm like, nope, that's probably it. So then I go to do that, and it needs to like communicate with servo motors. It just would not get a connection. So I start following the troubleshooting on that, and like nothing works. So I was like, yo, can you help me figure this out? He's like, first of all, that's not the right cable. I was like, well,
You didn't even know
So it was a phone. He probably has never seen a phone cable. That's so funny. Why do we even have a phone cable, I wonder? Just
Took it
left
out.
over when.
We took it out.
Yeah.
We don't use
Yeah.
the phone.
No, I know.
and so then I need to like go downstairs and like I need to like untangle 100 feet of Ethernet cable through the beams.
Oh,
So that was
jeez.
kind of fun.
Got it done.
Got it done. And now it's up and running.
Yeah.
Sweet, when you have the right stuff. Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So now we're gonna talk a little bit louder because the compressor just turned on. All right, now the compressor's off and we can get back to this. Now that I'm getting Mach 4 figuring out and I'm setting up dust collection on the machine, what are some projects that you guys want to work on?
I wanna make so I made like a Hot Wheels sign and painted it, but now I'm thinking that we could have like the letters come up off of the piece of wood instead of cutting in to have the letters like.
Yeah, so instead of
Cut
just
again.
reversing the pockets that they're raised, you want to like make them 3D, add some curves.
Yeah, make
And
them
then-
raised.
Yeah, I thought you also wanted to make some like car signs.
Yeah,
Ooh, that'd be cool for your bedroom.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right, because you have some cool, like, posters and whatnot now that we got at the flea market.
Yeah.
So that'd be nice, and then we can, like, frame it out and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, what if we made
It'd be a
like?
good painting project.
Oh my gosh, I just got a great idea. If we have a piece of wood, right? Then we cut out the side profile of the car
Mhm.
Oh,
and sort of like what I'm saying with the Hot Wheels sign, have the piece of the car come out.
Yep.
you could definitely do
I
that.
think that would be cool.
So, but how do you start that process? Like, do
I
you
don't know.
find, like, a free file online, or, like,
Sketch.
do you actually draw all of that yourself?
I would probably start by getting really familiar with what the car looks like, just so
Yeah.
that I know like the things to look for. And then I would probably start by looking online for a free like DXF or SVG of the side profile of the car. And like that still might not work, and that because like I downloaded like a free Celtics DXF and it's kind of a pain because like there's like double geometry in some places, extra geometry, some vectors aren't closed, so that's kind of just a pain. But honestly, like it wouldn't be that hard just to image trace, and then that way you know you have everything you want. You can manipulate all the geometry to do exactly what you want.
Well, would I be able to like draw a car of my own and then we could like import an image trace it?
Or you could just draw it online, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you can take one of your pencil drawings and start from that, which would be
Yeah.
kind of
There's
cool.
some of them that I like really
Because then it's like a Colby original car.
So I have like a Ferrari F40 that
Yeah.
I really like that I could do.
Yeah, and your drawings are really good, so that's
Yeah.
a great idea.
Or like my Lamborghini Centenario would be cool. And
Yeah.
wood.
I just got this neat idea. It might be cool to do like make like make like an arc to like do like texture like a tire. That just might be cool.
Oh yeah.
Just a challenge.
What if we made a giant tire?
You could.
Fourth axis.
I will. Or we could like get a bunch of pieces like you did with your vase, then like pipe clamp them together. Cut a
Oh.
bunch of different textures on this.
Yeah, we might be able to like make we might be able to just like cut a bunch of different segments and then glue it all together, and that would be how you would make it.
Cool. All right. Well, I mean, I think we all have some, great project ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna I'm interested in learning like the back end of it because I don't know how to do that, so I want to figure out how to draw stuff and
Yeah.
make it come alive.
You'd probably have like a good time and an easy time learning how to use Aspire because that's all like 3D and it's like you just start with a 2D shape and then like
Extrude it or something?
yeah, so it's like there's two types of things that you can do in Aspire. You can either have a shape and you can like make it like rounded, you can make it like a cone, you could just make it flat and raised up. So that's how to make like a basic shape, or you could do like or these things called rails. So you have like two rails and then you extrude geometry along those rails, and so that's just super easy to do basically anything you want.
Nice. Alright, well why don't we wrap this up for now, because
Thanks for watching.
Beautiful Sunday.
Doesn't matter.
It's a beautiful day.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next week for another episode of me.
The Colby Show.
Okay.